Whoever you are, wherever you are, hope you are blessed and doing safe. Ladies and gentlemen, greetings, family. Of course, I'm tuning in. You see me without the glasses off today. But if you're looking for some opportunities, particular advertisement opportunities, then look no further at the link at the bottom to my email address. You can hit me up for advertisement opportunities. We are supporting and promoting your businesses here on this channel. You can also, if you would like to donate and subscribe to our Patreon, a link is at the bottom as well. So you have multiple ways in which you can advertise with the platform by emailing me when we go on through our live stream. You also have access to premium content, those that want to see premium content that you will not find here on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, as I am suspended probably by now. You guys can check out the Patreon at link at the bottom. But advertisement opportunities, definitely email me, gavin.grich1@gmail.com for rates. And for the Patreon, it is the same as the YouTube channel. It is channel gboot2786. All right, I'll holla. Peace.
So without further ado, I bring to you right now our DA, my sister, my friend, our leader, DA, Fani. I don't know about y'all, but I love my man. Oh, wow. Can I take my time? I am just so humbled and so grateful to the citizens of Fulton County who made this possible. Tonight, they delivered a strong and a powerful message. They want a district attorney that believes everyone deserves to be safe and everyone is entitled to some dignity. And it's a message that's pissing folks off, but there is no one above the law in this country, nor is there anyone beneath it. You all, 4 years ago when I came and took this seat, me and that man over there, Chief Meadows of the city of South Fulton, we were really frustrated because we were telling people there was a gang problem. And people were acting like we had two heads. They said there was a gang problem in Chicago. There was a gang problem in LA. Might have been a gang problem in DC, but there was not a gang problem in Atlanta. And we were saying, no, there is. And if you don't deal with reality, reality will deal with you. And so we put into effect a balanced approach. But I need everyone in here to understand this is just a pause. We are not to the end of the road. In fact, I submit to you, we're at the beginning. The campaign does not end tonight, it begins tonight. And so, right here tonight, this is a fundraiser in case you're confused. If you left some money at the door, go back and leave some more. I got 2 stores going on, go and buy a t-shirt because you're going to need to wear it. Because we in this fight for the long haul. You all, in all seriousness, my opponent has super PACs already supporting her. The Republican Party of this country and the state have already supported her. But right here is a grassroots campaign. Nobody is supporting me but the people of Fulton County. And so we need you all the way in. If you believe this campaign, a very brilliant woman last night, Rachel Maddow, said that this campaign and this movement is the bellwether of democracy. And we need you to support us. 4 years ago, you elected me as DA to bring crime down. And I think you've heard we've done just that. But I need to remind you of where we were 4 years ago. Not only was crime just going wild, we also were in a state where George Floyd had just been murdered. And it was on the back of many, many atrocities. And as a result of these ugly, ugly things that were happening in our communities, people were dissatisfied with law enforcement and the justice system. And guess what? They were right. There was no reason to have this. Also, there are many here that are on my team, and they know we walked into a district attorney's office that was completely broken. But if I didn't do anything else right, I put together a team of fierce warriors, and they are making a tremendous difference, changing the challenges. Let me say that for you again, what the mayor said. Homicides are down 21%. That means mamas is going home hugging their babies. You understand? Those aren't just numbers. That means mamas are attending their sons' graduations. They're going to their children's weddings. They are enjoying just having Sunday dinner, not buying caskets. I need you to understand that violent crime all over is down 25%. Rape is down 49%. Some of you will say, the doubters will say, well, crime is down all over the country. Yeah, it's down 5%. We're doing something right here in Fulton County. Understand, we have the 3rd largest crime drop in America. We're only chasing San Antonio, Texas, and Arlington, Texas, and they're about to be in my rear view if you know me.
All right, I gotta pause it right there, y'all. What's up, family? Welcome to another edition, the hottest edition on Rumble and on YouTube, in the cosmos of social media. Random Topic Thursdays, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Whoever you are, wherever you are, I hope you are blessed and doing safe. Yeah, I heard that. By the way, fair use on that video. I had to pause it for a minute. We're gonna bring in our brother Sean James in a few minutes, but tonight, ladies and gentlemen, first off, if you are tuning in, especially if you're watching on X, if you're watching on Rumble, I want to make sure you all are smashing up the like button. So we're going to have this right here. I want everybody to hit that notification bell when we go live, if you're on YouTube or you're on Rumble. And also, if you can, hit that like, note, share, and subscribe button, because that way this pushes the videos by the views, as well as more people sharing it. They see the videos, they're going to love it. And we're going to also, just as some cleanup, please purchase the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania versus William H. Cosby Jr., The Destruction of Due Process in the United States. And look, drop something in the Cash App, PayPal, or Zelle. You know your brother is not monetized yet on YouTube, so they've taken out monetization. But if you can drop something in, I'd appreciate it. So let's bring in our brother Sean James. Brother Sean James is the author of several books, including the John Haynes series, The Man with Nothing to Lose, and also The Woman Crisis, which is a must read. So I want to welcome Sean. Sean, good evening.
Good evening, Gavin. How are you?
I'm doing fine, brother. It's been a little, I think we didn't have a show last week.
We did have one last week.
Well, oh God, I'm getting old. I thought the week before that we didn't have one. I hadn't seen you in a while, so you've been on site. You have been a sight for so eyes. So I'm still recovering, I guess. But how have you been?
I'm all right.
Okay, and what you're working on this week?
Well, this week I have been working on a lot of video requests, and I'm currently working on these SJS Direct 2025 books.
Yeah. Have you decided on what your live stream is going to be about tomorrow?
It might be a follow-up to a video I did this week where I talked about the boycotting of Hollywood and media, and I'm just going to tell people just to focus on supporting new Black media instead of mainstream media.
Yes, of course. Yes, indeed. Support. And support means not just watching it. Support means donating, giving some money. Because in order to build a movement, it's going to take some money to do things. If we want to have our own networks that are going to be functioning and running, you got to have money to support it, right? So, and we're going to be talking about, you saw, of course, the video with Fani Willis. I'm going to start with that in a minute. But also, I want to talk about tonight. I wanted to get Sean's thoughts on what happened with Diddy and Cassie and what's going on with them. I know Sean, I believe, did a video. I haven't seen it yet, but I know he was going to be planning to drop one a few days ago. In fact, I was the one that turned Sean on about the video and what happened to Diddy because he hadn't been paying attention. I said, Sean, you got to take a look at this. And he said, oh, snap. So, Sean, we're going to talk about that in a minute. And there's something else I want to talk about, this documentary by Tariq Nasheed, Microphone Check. He just got off doing his live stream, and I'm going to give a review for it. So we're going to talk about that. So, Sean, let's talk about this, our main topic. Fani Willis has won the primary out in Fulton County for DA against Christian Y. Smith in Georgia's general primary, setting up a November 5th race against Republican candidate Courtney Kramer. Willis was declared the night's first winner by the Associated Press, which called the race shortly after 7:30 p.m. So I was playing a part of or not. She gave us uh, Nathan Wade was in attendance too. So got to support his woman. But I'm gonna play a little bit more of it and without playing the whole thing so everybody can see. But this is a victory speech that she made, and primarily I want to get Sean's thoughts on it and what's going on. What the hell is going on in Atlanta? So I'm gonna play this because Atlanta, and I'm gonna let me finish playing some parts of the video, and then I'm gonna give you my take on why I'm saying that. So hold on. Fair use,
We've done this by unapologetically going after violent criminals and the powerful, no matter how powerful they think they are, while giving first-time offenders a second chance. We've developed programs for young people. I have the REACH program. It is the only program like that in the country where a DA's office is in the school system all year long. And folks challenge me on my budget, but Akeem, what I tell them? I'd rather see them in the classroom than in the courtroom. And this balanced approach is working because we are making tremendous progress. But please understand, I'm just getting started, making this community safer. And this election is bringing into focus very important matters about who matters. Should your safety depend on your zip code? What about your race? Should it depend on who you choose to love? Should it depend on if you're male or female? Bishop, I think it should apply to all of them. What do you think, Bishop Jackson? I want you all to understand, hear it now. My opponent is completely unqualified. Completely. She has less than 4 years of practicing law. She has never been in a criminal courtroom. But while she is inexperienced and unqualified and does not represent the values of my county, don't get confused. She is a real threat because of who backs her and how they back her. She does not have allegiance to the people of my county. She has allegiance to politics and the powerful's interests. Oh, y'all read between the lines.
Just listen and look in the comments section here. And YouTube, they disabled the dislike button, but you see they got over 442 dislikes to 649 likes. So more people like this, but they are ethering her in the comments. Corruption runs rampant. Pride goes before the fall. She's already declaring victory before November. So she's already claiming she's got this one. And I'm seeing some people there, some supporters saying, congrats, Fani, on your victory. You're indeed a powerful and charming leader. God bless you, dear, and more from New York. Someone said the woman has balls. I think a lot of these are trolls. But Atlanta just doing what it's doing. And now look, she already, because they have this campaign, this election against Trump, she's already likely to be disqualified. The judge had already ruled. And by the way, I believe he ran for reelection as well. I think he got reelected, if I'm not mistaken, in the primary, or I could be wrong. Whoever the judge is in that case, uh, I think that, yes, Judge Scott McAfee. It's McAfee, right? So he had already ruled that Nathan Wade had to go if Fani Willis was going to stay on. But it embarrassed the state of Georgia, as well as people in Fulton County. People complain, but apparently not, because Fani, and not surprising, because Atlanta, in the last, I want to say 20 years, has become, once was the Black Mecca. You know, people want to go to, people wanted to go to Atlanta, right? That was the Black Mecca, and now they don't even control the downtown area. Like brother Jason Black was saying on his YouTube live stream, he talked about how Atlanta has changed. You know what Maynard Jackson did for Atlanta, he gave them a Black Mecca. He built that airport. Remember, that airport was nothing until he came forward. And now Atlanta, they have apparently going in the direction of getting Fani Willis. And look, who backs Fani Willis? Remember when Fani Willis beat the incumbent district attorney Paul Howard in the elections back in 2020, and you had the brother Rashad Brooks that was killed by the police department. The defense attorneys for the officers were, it's already known, Sean, gave her money. She was campaigning with these people. She was laying in bed with the police unions. So I have to ask, Sean, what the hell is going on in Atlanta?
Well, what's going on in Atlanta is the same thing that's going on in New York. You've got the pathetic state of America going on. And with people being pathetic, they just keep voting blue no matter who, even if it means they're going to screw you. So I'm sitting there just shaking my head because Fani Willis just clearly has shown us that she is not fit for the office of district attorney. She's basically turned it into a rib shack with all of her dirty ghetto hood rat deals, and she's basically tarnished the reputation of the office with her just unprofessional behavior. But dummies will vote for whatever's on the ticket if it's blue because they believe they're preserving democracy, but they're not preserving anything but just allowing more corruption to go on. And it really says something about we, the people, when we go out here and continue to vote for people who clearly show us that they are unfit for office and continue to allow them to have opportunities at a job. And that's where I call it the pathetic states of America, because only pathetic people who have been given the tools and the power to make change and don't change it basically get what they deserve. Because if you vote for Fani Willis and give her another term, then Atlanta deserves what it's getting right now.
Which is what?
Okay,
Absolutely nothing.
yeah, that's what you're getting, nothing. And you're allowing these politicians to just take advantage and abuse you. And that's what codependent people do. They just allow people to abuse them and refuse to hold them accountable. And when I look at this country again, I'm looking at the populace, and I gotta say, we the people got a problem. We got a real problem because we already know this person is incompetent. This person can't do the job. But instead of firing that person, which is what you were given as a right with your vote, what these people do is just continue to vote for the same person, hoping things will change, not understanding that's the definition of insanity.
All right. Well, the definition of insanity is to keep doing the same thing over and over again and not getting the same results.
And
And
that's what people do with Democrats.
right, and you've got it everywhere in every major city I can think of, starting here in New Orleans. I look at Atlanta, of course. Look what's going on in New York, where you're at.
Yeah,
Chicago is the biggest example. Brandon Johnson, you have homeless veterans that are not getting the same treatment monies as he is protecting illegal immigrants.
And yet
Yeah,
they still keep voting blue. It's like,
right.
are you retarded? Is there something wrong with you?
Yeah, well, it's stupid. There's certainly stupidity, and also I feel people are very apathetic right now when it comes to voting, when it comes to elections. They will do nothing. They don't they don't get information on the candidates. They don't get information on the results, who backs these bills, what to do, and most importantly, the Democratic leaders, let's say in the party that do the local leaders in particular, have done a piss poor job. Like you look at my state of Louisiana. I'll give you an example. They had Sean Wilson running for governor against Jeff Landry. Now, it was going to be very hard, I knew, to beat Jeff Landry because he was a Republican, he was conservative. He was the former attorney general, but Sean Wilson didn't campaign in New Orleans. And New Orleans is your biggest Democratic stronghold. When John Bell Edwards was running for re-election against Eddie Rispone in it was in 2019. Did you know that black people in New Orleans got him the office, got him reelected in droves? They voted out. 99% of the black vote went to John Bell Edwards. I have a friend of mine who actually got John Bell Edwards to vote and campaigned for him, had him come down to New Orleans, shake hands with people, come to the churches and stuff like that. And John Bell Edwards also, I think, will work with him. He was a conservative. He was a Democrat, but he was conservative. A lot of people are Democrats, but they're so here in Louisiana, but socially they're conservative about things on issues. Now, and Wilson didn't campaign. He didn't run a radio ad. He didn't run television ads. He didn't come down here, and he was trying to go to other places. But you can't take the vote for granted. You take people for granted, thinking that they're going to vote for you because because you've had domination for several years of a community, thinking they're going to go and support. If I don't know nothing about you, I'm not going to go vote for you. Hell, and I'm finding out you're the traffic man. You're the reason for our problems. Why we grumpy when we come home from work? Shit, the traffic is bad.
These guys don't do a good job at selling themselves. They just think because they're blue, you're supposed to vote for them.
Right. I don't think Biden is selling himself
Some
well.
say that we must choose between safety and justice.
Hold
I'm
on,
here
let's
to tell
start
you they are wrong.
more.
What they are really saying, I want y'all to hear me. What they are really saying is that certain people matter less, that certain people's children matter less. I reject that. We cannot accept violence against anyone, including the impoverished, including minorities, including homosexuals, transsexuals, not anyone, and not women. As Matthew chapter 25, verse 45 says, truly I tell you, whatever you did not do for one of the least of these, you didn't do for me.
She's quoting the Bible there.
Yeah, even the devil quoted the Bible, so.
Yeah. She had no problem laying on. She had no problem being with a married man.
Yep. Commits adultery, but quotes the Bible. She's the devil.
I mean, of course, we all fall short of the grace of God, but when she went into church, that was a thing for me a couple of months ago I think it was at Martin Luther King Day, when she went into church and was talking about her trials and tribulations and what she was going through, and the pastor allowing it. And then she gets on a witness stand and admits, yeah, I was doing this stuff. Yeah, a shame. But yeah, she's going to definitely get, I'm skipping through it, but let's play a little bit of it. She also did pandering with the uh, other communities she mentioned. You heard.
Yep.
County. Can y'all get him a round of applause? I want to deeply thank the brave women and men who serve as district attorneys and investigators in this county. Can y'all give them a round of applause? In case y'all don't know, we the best to ever do it. You heard what I said? We the best to ever do it. To my campaign team, Charlie Bailey, Keisha Carter, Jeremy Howard Harris, Chris Hutman. We did that. I think they said 90, that's what I heard. Lastly, thank you to my dad for teaching me that everyone is entitled to dignity and everyone deserves justice. Thank you to my children for giving me the inspiration to keep getting up and doing this job. In the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the arc of the moral universe is long, but it always bends towards justice. So, ladies
You
and
also
gentlemen,
got to bend your You also got to bend over to get a little justice for get that gavel. Oh my God! Would you vote for her?
Definitely not. No.
Yeah, remember when Rayshard Brooks, the brother that got shot, they dropped the charges against the police officers. So I don't see anything. What's special about her?
I the only thing that's special about her is nothing. She wasn't a blue party candidate. Nobody would even care about her. They call her the hood rat she actually is.
I think so. And nobody would care about her. You got that right. Y'all make sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to continue with our topics here on Random Topic Thursdays. Hit that notification bell, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button and drop something in the Cash App. Come on, drop it, drop it, drop it. Drop it low, girl. Drop it low, girl. Drop it low. Make sure you also are on Rumble, ladies and gentlemen. I've put the link in my comment section again. I'm also putting it on the community page because we're going to be moving our channel and content over there at Rumble. I think you get a little more freedom on Rumble with saying stuff, not having to worry about whether your pages videos are going to be taken randomly. I still get videos from 2021 that get scrubbed. Just saying. So I gotta be careful with what I say, but yeah. So Sean, I gotta talk about your New York native who has been in a lot of trouble as of late. Puff Daddy, Diddy, at this point, or P. Diddy, at this point, he's gonna be put. As you know, Sean, he's gotten in trouble because there was a video that was leaked. Um, Nobody knows who, although I suspect it was the feds who did it because they had raided Diddy's homes in Miami, Los Angeles, and I even heard in New York. The Department of Homeland Security had seized equipment, which we know was computer equipment. And for several months, we've heard nothing about it. That was back, I think, around the Thanksgiving holidays, or back in, actually, I think it was a little, part of it was a little later than that. It started actually, I think, around March or February when that happened. Diddy's homes was raided, and he also got, unfortunately for him, a video from 2016 was leaked that showed him kicking his then girlfriend in the face at the Intercontinental Hotel in Los Angeles. It's my understanding the hotel is closed, but that was in 2016, and Diddy could be seen running up the hallway with a bath towel on while Cassie was trying to leave and striking her. And Diddy has apologized, although I don't think his apology means anything. I think he's sorry he got caught, in my opinion. And he essentially, by him releasing a statement in December where he stated that he denied this, now he's come out with the video. He had no choice but to admit he had did this. Now, of course, there are other allegations that are associated, but Passy specifically cited this one incident. And now, what has been reported, Cassie spoke out for the first time and she posted something on Instagram. I want you to just read. Now, she wrote this stating, quote, this is an Instagram post. Thank you all for the love and support from my family, friends, strangers, and those I have yet to meet. The outpouring of love has created a place for my younger self to settle and feel safe now. But this is only the beginning. Domestic violence is the issue. It broke me down to someone I never thought I would become. With a lot of hard work, I am better today, but I always will be recovering from my past. Thank you to everyone that has taken the time to take this matter seriously. My only ask is that everyone open your heart to believing victims the first time. It takes a lot of heart to tell the truth out of a situation that you were powerless in. I offer my hand to those that are still living in fear. Reach out to your people. Don't cut them off. No one should carry this weight alone. This healing is a journey, never ending. But this support means everything to me. Thank you. Love always, Cassie. Now, I'm sorry, my heads were right there. Now, this is coming from people.com, People Magazine. And Sean, I wanted to get your thoughts about what she said, what's happened, because he originally denied these allegations back on December 6th, and then he posted his apology video. And I'm sure you saw. You saw this.
Yeah, I saw that pathetic video.
It looked like Sean was out in Bali.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you got to do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy, going to rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
I think he's sorry he got caught because he, of course, denied this. Now, here's the thing: everybody's talking about take his ass to jail. He can't go to jail. This happened in 2016. Its statute of limitations have run out. And what I'm thinking now, here's my thing: I'm not defending obviously what was on that video and what Diddy obviously did to that girl, but I'm not a person who just goes with the mob in the sense that I don't think there's something bigger also in play in here. And by that, I mean, I'm a thinker. Why is this video, if it was in 2016, coming out now in 2024? Even if you say, well, the feds had this and Diddy paid the people off, this is becoming a number one story around the world. This was trending versus what happened with Trump and his, obviously Trump and his stuff is going on, but you have a lot of distractions that are taking place. You have a lot of more serious things in the world that's taking place. Diddy still gonna have money. Your taxes are still gonna be the same. Your rent about to go up. Your gas prices are still at $3.27 a gallon. The price of food is going up. And Diddy had that lawsuit, I think, with of course dealing with Ciroc and DeGaldo, I think was the name of the other company that was trending. And of course, Diddy was forced to he dropped that suit. But the evidence being held that long, they say he paid them $50,000. Now, some people thought when I asked why was it taking out so long, they got offended. Like, ooh, what didn't even matter? Why are you even asking that? I'm asking, fool, because whoever had the video is complicit. That's evidence. The statute of limitations run out, but if they were, that person would have been tried for being accomplice, an accessory after the fact, obstruction of justice. You have video of a crime and you hide it or destroy it. You know it's evidence. That's a crime. And they say Diddy held on to it. And I believe, yeah, let's say for the sake of argument, he did. He's stupid enough, you think, to just hold that in his house and not destroy it? I know people who commit crimes and they throw, at least after they done, they kill somebody, they throw the gun in the river. Now, some idiots today, it's true, it happens. They'll go on and rob a bank. And remember, you see the kids that flash for the gram, they would hold the money up after they do it with a gun. And then a few days later, the FBI or the cops show up to their door and arrest them. Because when they do zoom in and look at the money, they can see the bandits on there and where it came from. That's how stupid people are. Yeah, Sean Diddy Combs, I think, is arrogant. Look, I never was a. I was. Diddy was a pop culture icon in a sense. He was a hip hop mogul. So I won't say I necessarily looked up to him because I didn't see him as like a role model or mentor. I just thought the guy as a clown. I thought of him as a mogul. That's just what it was. I thought, he wasn't really a rapper, but he knew how to market himself. He knew how to put music in. He knew how to produce. And he made money with other artists and off the backs of other artists. Look at Biggie. Look at Mace. Look at Cameron, a bunch of people. And so, Sean, I want to know what your thoughts obviously were, because we had, and I must say this, I was cautious about, and I'm still am, because I'm an attorney. I can't just believe everything someone says. And Sean, you and I thought this was a hit on Diddy, but now it's come out that at least this allegation is true. What are your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts are to ask one critical question, and that is, who did Sean P. Diddy Combs piss off among the global elite? Because it's clear to me that he definitely did piss someone off for all of this to come out. And maybe, possibly, it was the Ciroc lawsuit that basically started kick this whole ball rolling as related to these revelations coming out about Sean P. Diddy Combs. Now, Sean P. Diddy Combs basically has made a lot of enemies in his over 30 years in the entertainment industry, and he's made enemies in the world of big business because he has a very abrasive attitude, and he is known for Puff Daddy for his short temper, and because he doesn't know how to navigate through his emotions, what he does is act impulsively, alienating people in these circles. And it looks like to me that possibly he wound up pissing off someone as related to that whole Ciroc lawsuit by calling a lot of those people racist. And soon after, all of a sudden, we get these revelations regarding Sean P. Diddy Combs' entire reputation. That's what happened that really started the snowballing effect as related to P. Diddy's career going into this really bad place, because that's why I say he definitely pissed someone off among the global elite, because when he went out here and again made that lawsuit talking about how these guys were racist, that's how we got these allegations about Cassie. That's how that snowballed into this FBI investigation. And that's how we also got this footage coming out, because it's clear that Sean P. Diddy Combs really made somebody mad as related possibly to this lawsuit. He definitely possibly made somebody mad because they didn't like the audacity of this black man going and getting in their face. Because if you look at the liquor company that he had the deal with Ciroc, they had over 200 brands. And this is a billion-dollar company controlling wine and spirits in England. And they didn't really, I don't think they liked him going out here and trying to demand that Ciroc be considered a priority when they basically saw Ciroc as a Colt 45 or an Old English 800. It was basically malt liquor to them compared to the high value wine and spirits. And the fact that he was going to get in their faces and possibly made some threats, possibly pissed some of these guys off to let Sean P. Diddy Combs know where he was. Now, when it comes to Sean P. Diddy Combs and his apology, he was just sorry that he was caught. But in this whole situation, I really don't believe there are any clean hands. Now, I don't condone domestic violence in
Right.
any situation, but when it came to Cassie, her hands aren't clean either because she was in a relationship with another man before she got with Diddy, and she
Correct.
was in her hypergamy looking to monkey branch to this other man.
And
And
Diddy
as
was in a relationship with another woman, Kim
yeah.
Porter.
So there are no clean hands in this situation. And when I look at this whole situation, they want to make it look like, oh, Diddy was a monster. And yes, he was a monster. He was a sexual deviant that people knew about for years. And the whole thing is that that person who had that tape for 8 years is just like you said, and is part of complicit as related to this situation. Because if they wanted to do something 8 years ago, they would have done it then. But the whole thing is they didn't do anything because they wanted to keep getting money from Diddy because he paid that hotel allegedly 50 grand to stay quiet. But people had this footage. And again, they leaked this footage for a reason, maybe a distraction for other political issues in America or across the globe. Or they could have just released the tape because they basically want to see P. Diddy Combs' reputation ruined. But again, everything starting with Diddy basically goes back to the critical question: who in the global elite did Sean P. Diddy Combs piss off for them to do him this badly?
Yes, indeed. Who did he piss off? And what? Why did he piss them off? And I want to ask you this though too, Sean, about Cassie's comments about believing women. Uh, yeah, I guess it's echoing in the same fashion of the Me Too movement. When domestic violence come, women victims come forward to believe them. You and I have talked about this before. What do you think of that comment she made?
I think that comment is complete BS because it's not, we're not going to be believing you without evidence. And again, you have to bring evidence within a reasonable time if you want to have any credibility. And Cassie, again, was very complicit in this whole thing because she had an option to leave this man after that incident. She could have filed a police report because if Desiree Washington could file a case against Mike Tyson and the LA prosecutor's office could file a case against OJ Simpson, she could have filed a case against P. Diddy Combs because the video evidence was there, but she didn't want to file that case because she was caught up in her hypergamy. And what she wanted to do is be involved with this high status man to elevate her social status. And that's why she remained silent about this whole situation and stayed with this man for 2 more years. Again, showing me that she really was complicit. Again, I can't believe you when you are out here being dishonest because that's what a hypergamous woman is. She is dishonest because she was dishonest that she had the relationship with the man that she was with before Diddy, and she's now being dishonest right now and telling me to believe her. No, I don't believe women. I believe facts and evidence. And if you don't go out here and file police reports and make an investigation in a reasonable time, it becomes hard to believe someone who waited over 8 years to talk about this situation. I mean, everything was good for this woman when she was living the high life with Diddy right now. And
Yeah.
when it comes to the Me Too movement and other women who talk about believe all women, I don't follow that standard. And I don't follow that standard because many black men have basically been lynched as a result of that believe women standard. Many black towns were destroyed as a result of it, like Black Wall Street and Rosewood. And many black men spent life in prison based on believing a woman who clearly told lies. No, we're going to wait until an investigation is done, until evidence is there. That's when we believe the woman, and the woman has to come forward with that evidence in a reasonable time, or else I'm not taking anything she says with a grain of salt.
Right. You can't take anything with granted. You gotta be careful with these people. Be careful with. Look, I've had to represent. I had court this week. I had to represent a woman who was a victim of domestic violence, of assault. I think that there clearly are women out there like that who are quiet. Let's be real. There are people, women who won't come forward, who are scared. I agree with that wholeheartedly. And when they make an allegation, at best, it's got to they got to show it. At least, at best, we got to investigate it and thoroughly. But I would not just condemn a person just accused of that if I didn't have the evidence. But on this tape, we have it. Diddy is a piece of crap.
Yes.
He was a piece of crap. And yes, there have been stories about him, about the Diddy parties. I think LeBron said, "Ain't no party like a Diddy party." They're about to make Diddy the Black Epstein.
Yep.
And you know what? I think too, Sean, the reason why they raided that house, he has evidence on other people. I think that my suspicion, that's my belief. I don't know for a fact, but they went to get all of these videos and stuff. What's the telling of what's on there? Because eventually what's going to happen, and this is me speaking as a lawyer, if they leak the video, and feds usually don't like to talk about their case when they're building a case, but it's likely to do what they did with R. Kelly. Because 50 Cent, did you know that 50 Cent has a documentary he's producing about surviving Diddy?
Mm. So we've got one bootleg making a documentary about another bootleg.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna just say this: 50 just built that studio in Shreveport. He better be careful, because what you do to one person can come back to haunt you. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
be careful. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen. And I didn't have too much further. My take on a microphone check. This is what I wanted to talk about. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the notification bell. So I think everybody. I don't know if you've seen. Have you seen the trailers for the microphone check documentary by Tariq Nasheed?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Well, I won't play it because I don't want to get a copyright strike. But they had the microphone checks premieres in different cities, and last night was the New Orleans premiere. I had an opportunity to go check out the show, and my thoughts on it, ladies and gentlemen, it was too damn long. First off, as a documentary, it was 2 hours long, but it was very thorough. It was a very thorough documentary about hip hop, how Black Americans played a role in the creation of hip hop and how other groups have tried to latch on it, but they can't. And Tariq Nasheed had a complete breakdown with interviews from some of the original MCs. Melly Mel, I believe, was on there, Sharrock, and others out of New York, because that's where hip hop was based out of, but also the roots from the North Carolina, how the rappers had family ancestors that came, of course, from the South and North Carolina, which was impressive. But Dwan B was it. Shout out to Dwan B. That's my man. Dwan B did an interview, was part of that. Dr. Randy Short, a bunch of people. And so it was a great documentary. But they have, and what Nasheed has talked about is how it was. And look, it is a long documentary. Maybe you might be better just waiting till when it drops on video on demand and you can watch it. But it was a great documentary, and they've even tried to say how everybody's created hip hop. Italians created hip hop, and Asians helped play a role in hip hop. Hip hop's anniversaries come out 50 years later. And Sean, you're from the Boogie Down Bronx. Now, you're from where hip hop actually started.
Yeah, I
Sean,
am.
you're from there, and you probably don't remember. Obviously, you were born in I know you were born in the '70s. You were a little, but I'm sure you remember as a kid seeing the rappers from the '80s like LL Cool J, the
I saw
Run.
them when they first came out.
Oh, really? You saw Run
Yeah,
DMC and
I saw them
LL?
in the music videos when they first came out.
Yeah, they actually have magazine articles like this. They call this white boy. I don't even know who this is. The first rapper was Italian.
We never
This
heard of that dude.
never.
Rap can't started in the Bronx.
He was born in Milan. His name was Adriano Cilianto, and he sold over 150 million albums in his native land. Yeah, well, that's the reason you haven't heard from him. But rap goes back. Rap goes back to slavery. Even the Jubilee singers
Yeah.
that were doing the Noah's Ark rap, that's rapping. James Brown was a creator of was a man who laid the foundation for hip hop. The way that music is done, all of his music, his albums, his music is one of the most. He's the most sampled artist in the world. One of the most sampled. His song, "The Funky Drummer," is the basic foundation of the hip hop beat. You remember, of course, Sean, groups like Public Enemy. Uh, you saw Public Enemy when they started.
I saw them when they first came out, 1987, 1988, I believe.
So you went to a concert?
No, I went to high. It was in high school. They're playing it on the radio.
Okay.
I remember when they played them on the radio.
Did you ever go to any concerts?
Couldn't afford them.
Even when you got older?
Nope. I never had a full-time job long enough to even afford to even think about doing anything.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it was. I encourage everybody to see it. The documentary. There's a lot of history in that, and I think what Nasheed was trying to do was basically say you can't let. See, the thing is that when you get other groups involved trying to latch on to something you create, it takes away from us and what we leave for our kids, and especially these record companies are so corrupt and so forth. They're the ones getting the money. It matters because it's a wealth thing too. Hip hop is $1 billion industry. Look all over the world. The K-pop is even like that.
Yep.
You know,
a lot of us sold the wealth of rap and hip hop away, and that was the saddest part.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, and blacks don't own a lot of the record companies anymore, but some of the stuff you learn too, like the Sylvia Robinson. I talked about her before. Sylvia Robinson, who made Pillow Talk. She was also a record executive for Sugar Hill Records, who greenlit Rapper's Delight and The Message by Grandmaster Flash. I learned how he got his name and so forth. Uh, yeah, great. So just thinking about that. But yeah, Melly Mel, yeah, hot Graham, it's great. But yeah, go see it.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it.
Yeah. You got anything else you want to offer tonight, Sean? Any wisdom?
Well, not much. I mean, don't have anything else to talk about. I mean, I have a new book coming out tomorrow. If you guys want to pick up Esteem Horror in the Hamptons, you can get that book on Amazon on tomorrow in paperback and Kindle. And you can also find it at other online bookstores like Drafted Digital, Google Play, and all the other online booksellers.
Yeah. Let's see. We got something. Let's talk about people in the comments. Cece is here. Shout out to Cece. Shout out to DeAndre. What's up, B1 family? Danielle. We're gonna have another comedy show too, DeAndre, on Father's Day. I'm sorry to the ladies that I didn't do it for Mother's Day. I was gonna do thought about doing a comedy show in May, and part of the reason why I didn't was because in May you have all the graduation stuff going on, and I just knew it'd probably be a bad time, right? Because if you try to do something on a Saturday, people are at these parties, so I just didn't think it would fly. You know what I mean, Sean?
Yeah.
So I didn't. I'm looking at the money, baby. That's all. Yeah. Okay. So dads need a good day to laugh off. Yeah. Cece, where are you from? Are you in Florida? Is Cece out of the country? Can't remember where Cece's from. Danielle, I know you're from out here. Danielle, you got to get with me too about some stuff because I have questions I need from you. Man, I'm working too hard like a dog, man. Yeah, when you come to New Orleans, let me know. You can come for the comedy show. What part of Florida? Man, I gotta plan some trips too, man. You gotta get out the Sean. You got how long has it been since you had a vacation, man?
I can't afford one.
Oh, come on. We got guys. Make sure y'all buy about 100 Sean James books so he can get a vacation. No, you got to get one, man. You got to get out of the state.
Yeah, well,
You got to do it.
gotta get money to do that.
Have you? How is the comic book industry for you?
And it's not really that great. I mean, it's hard to sell books because black people don't like to read, so
Uh,
it's
that
it's a slow business.
everything's going digital. People don't read anymore. Yeah, it's hard. But I read.
Yeah, well,
I mean, Cheryl the Pearl. Yeah, it's not. I mean, it is a slow business, but there are people that read. There's some there are people that read. Just got to get your audience.
yeah.
Cheryl asked me, what do we think about Jasmine Crockett and Marjorie Taylor Greene? Beach, blonde, beach, bad built body. Yeah, people going to audiobooks. I thought, well, to answer your question, Cheryl, and Cheryl, thank you because you've always been a supporter. I thought Jasmine Crockett, I thought that was funny. And I'm not a fan of Jasmine Crockett. She's from Houston, I believe. And I'm not a fan of AOC, but I like the clapback because they will say things. And what's fair is fair. The Republicans, especially on that house, they'll take shots at people, but then when someone dishes it back, they can't take it and they want to get all Karen. She insulted her first. Now you don't have to like Jasmine Crockett, but when you go high, when you go low, just be prepared. People go lower. The dozens run in the black community. So she's got to take it. What else we got going on? All right, yeah. Cece says she's got a shelf. She got a full shelf. She's got shelves full of comic books, man.
Oh, that's nice to know.
Yeah, Cece, why don't you go and buy the Sean James's John Haynes series
Oh,
to support Sean tonight? Here's the link I got the link right here in the banner for you to go. That's to go to Amazon right now. Of course, I will put it in the comment section. But the John Haynes series, The Man with Nothing to Lose, yeah, y'all got to go to Amazon and get those books. Yeah, I'm putting it in the comment section right now. Mods, please make sure you put in the chat, hit the like, share, and subscribe button. I haven't seen some people on here. I've been shadow banned, and there are people who have been with me for a long time. I don't see anymore, like Star, uh, Black Mama, and a few others. Darius from Atlanta, I haven't seen. I just hope that everybody's doing fine, man. So yeah. Of course it's a shadow ban. How do you fight a shadow ban? You gotta promote. They want to scrub my channel. But if you were a person like uh let's just say the 5150 show, Corey Holcomb has a following. And even though he curses a lot, he cracks on certain communities, they will back him and support him. And he's got over 350,000, I think, subscribers. So they're not going to mess with people who have that type of clout or have those type of numbers. And unfortunately, when I came up and started doing this stuff, I was doing it at the height of COVID-19. So they were starting to censor people. And then YouTube gets purchased by Google, and we know who Google is. So, yeah. All right. Well, Sean, I'm going to send you, you need my book too, CC. Yes, the book, The Commonwealth of Pennsylvania versus William H. Cosby. Go on our Facebook page. I have that page. You can go and you can subscribe at Commonwealth Cause, on Facebook. Make sure you follow, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, my brother, that is about it. Anything else, Sean? You want to tell us what the live stream will be about tomorrow again?
Well, the live stream will be about again why we should be supporting new black media and not be watching mainstream media.
Yeah. All right, family. Be one, be safe, and be blessed. We're gonna roll up out of here. I gotta get me something to eat. I'm famished right now.
All
Uh,
right.
but I definitely will be back on Rumble. I'm gonna start putting even more content on there. So please make sure you go to the Rumble. It's in the comment section. All right. Love y'all, family. Be one, be safe, and be blessed. I'll holla.
All right.
Peace.